Everybody is on the risk curve, my friends. Everybody. Everyone in life, there is a curve of risk. So what does it refer to? Well, if you want no risk, which is like, deviations of price volatility and stuff, you stick all the way with just normal US dollar fiat, okay? And then if you move along the curve, you can go into like, you got your gold, you got your bonds, you can fluctuate the bond prices. You move further along and you'll go to stocks. And if you keep going along, you'll find our crypto that's deeper down the curve. But then crypto has its own curve too, friends. So what's the safest crypto? Bitcoin. Okay, then you move into Ethereums. Then you move further down the altcoins. Maybe like, layer one chains. Some people might say Solana, BNB, MATIC. You can even go down to PulseChain. And then if you go further within PulseChain, there are PulseChain altcoins themselves. That's deeper along the risk curve. You see that? So if we started from like US dollar, okay, you can actually plot this out. And it literally is a risk curve. And then obviously, if you get, it's very, very simple to draw, right? All right. As you get, this is your risk, right? As you get your risk, you get like your price performances. So your price performance can go up over time. So you're hoping like you get something, your risk curve. Everything's along the curve. There's all these different points of how much risk and reward and stuff you take, okay? So that's pretty much what it looks like. And why I really want you to just understand this is because if you're trying to dissect information and we're trying to like navigate the field, it's important, especially people in the PulseChain community, understand where you are in the food chain, okay? So, and also, friends, on top of this, we've got to play some nice pump music as well, right? The concept of risk it's very, very interesting, okay? Because if you've been listening to me for a while, you know that there's two main ways people measure risk, okay? The short-termers will measure risk in terms of how much the price goes up and down. That is university textbooks. That's people with like 1 year forward outlooks, 1 month, 1 day and stuff. Day traders, so short-term, that's retailers, okay? Retailers, the average retailer, friends, only invest in the stock market for 3 to 6 months. That's the average, which means there's people at 5 to 10 years plus, and there's people literally 1 month. That's how you get that average of 6 months, okay? In crypto, it's even less. In crypto, the average is 23 days. Disgusting. I'm not even joking. Yeah, the average is 23 days. Okay, 23 to 28 days. Coinbase stat. It's kind of crazy. So people move in, they start moving stuff around. Now, the stat's a bit hard because people buy stuff first and they move stuff around. But just telling you, things are always trading. Things are always trading. Now, I recently saw a few people tweet about the PulseChain altcoins being down against PLS. So I'm just going to show you why you're shooting yourself in the foot if you have this like self-defeatist attitude when it comes to that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you, this is DickWifButt, okay? If you look at DickWifButt, friends, so obviously the easy thing what people do is they go, well, you are down, how much are you down? You're down 68%, okay? What they'll do is they'll go to the pulse ratio, okay? And then they'll put on a linear chart. This is, you do this for any chart. And you go, wow, look at it. You are down 56%. So what they'll say is they go, oh, from top to bottom, you've lost 56% of your pulse. So if you had 1 million pulse value at the top, you've only got like 500,000 pulse left. So you lost the pulse, you can't get back. But here's the thing, the people saying this stuff, okay, friends, remember, it's a free marketplace. Everyone can do and choose as they please. I'm just warning you a bit. You look like a fool once you start to think and talk like this, because it's very hypocritical, very ironic. If you're in PulseChain, if you're holding Richard Hart coins, we've been crushed so far. I know it's funny every time I say this as well. People in the comment section, not all of these friends, it's always a couple of people. They lose their plot. Man, it's all right, man. It's literally all right. The 4-year cycle, everything is repeating exactly the same so far. I don't want to jinx it, but this is exactly what's happened. I've shown everybody all this evidence, historical snapshots. We got EVM, because 170,000 ETH sitting there. We just need to wait until, I guess, the Russell keeps popping up and everything just continues. We just got to wait. That's it. Okay, now hopefully that period is within the next 6 to 18 months. Yes, it's coming up soon, right? You saw the others BTC ratio as well. Like, I know, man, this is everyone losing their plot. The plot here, right? This others BTC, we're still down here. I know. There's no sign that we're going to go up. Yeah, but what if we just start going up like everything every other time? We start going up here. There's literally friendship and kindness and unicorns and rainbows and fairies and everything else going nuts, okay? Now, here are the real numbers though. And like when you see these, okay, friends, like newsflash, every single coin that went up, you were obliterated, okay? So look, firstly, I'll just show you like, okay, yeah, Pulse today, you're down 75% against Ethereum after 3 years. So that's this chart here. So I can actually show it to you in a bigger one. So this is the Pulse to ETH ratio. And the line here was the sacrifice from 3 years ago. So it's down 75%, okay? Down 75%. I know, man. I know, look, a lot of people, look, okay, I get it. Yeah. Prices deviate. They go nuts like this. But like, I'll go through the other ones to just show you, man. This has been happening literally every single altcoin before they pump to the heavens in this global liquidity 4-year woo-woo magic cycle. It's literally the exact same picture, okay? Hex is down 97% against ETH after 3 years. PulseX is down 83% against Ethereum. So all of these are down against Ethereum, not US dollar. So you've lost ETH value, okay? So, and also since the May 2023 launch, PulseChain itself from that top, it's down minus 92%, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what MATIC versus Ethereum looked like before it went up, man. This was literally MATIC, friends. Literally MATIC from that top, you were down, there you go, you're down 93% against ETH as well. So they, I did not know that. You were literally exactly down minus 93% against ETH, okay? I think I even bought it down here, by the way. I forgot when I bought it somewhere. Anyway, it went huge, okay? So this is one of my bullets. Obviously, I got MATIC in the last cycle as well. Everyone knows the story with that. So see what I mean? Like, before, this is all you had, man. And by the way, MATIC were competent hard. I mean, I've heard some stories. I did not even know where. They said, you're all a bunch of Indian cheats. You're all dumping on us. And the team wasn't dumping, man. They owned 70. This is funny part. MATIC team owned 80% of the coins or 70% of the coins at this point. Okay, like maybe 75, 80%. And they were not dumping. It was just, that's it. Just wasn't time to go. Look at this, all this time, this is MATIC ETH fans. Look, you were down 93%. Everyone thought, oh, wow, it's literally 13 Indian dudes, by the way. They're like, oh my gosh. It's actually 8 to 13 Indian dudes have stolen our Ethereum. Okay. Look what ends up happening here, though. Okay, right here, okay, Bitcoin breaks its all-time high continuously. Here's 25K, right? And then we literally do this. Okay, so literally from this moment, it goes and does a freaking 30x against Ethereum. Ethereum did a 6 from that point. So that's why MATIC USD did a 180x, okay? I'm just going to show you right now. See this ratio? So that's crazy, yeah? That's what it did. There you go, 180x. Okay, so from here, bang, sees later. There you go, 180x, 200x, whatever it is. So as you can show you, right, so MATIC ends up doing well. It does the same thing. But look, friends, there's even DOGE, right? I mean, look at DOGE ETH as well. And look at this right now, okay? Doge was obliterated against Ethereum. That's all the chart. That's all it looked like. Okay, obliterated. It was down. That's 84%. You can even look at Doge BTC as well. See, it doesn't matter whether you're looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum. It doesn't matter. That's all you can see, friends. You're like, you're a scam. Doge gets dumped to oblivion. Look at this. Okay, literally Doge. You are down from the top of that point. There you go. You're down 94% against Bitcoin. 94%. Look at that. See, December 2020, bang, this thing happens, okay? Huge move happens. How much does it go against Bitcoin? Man, it goes wild. Here comes a moonshot. Yeah, 50x against Bitcoin. Many examples like that, okay? There are many examples. So looking at something being down 70, 80, 90%, like we're looking at PulseChain, yeah, of course, friends. I wish it was higher. However, it's not. And I'm going to play some nice pump music again for you, fans, just to remind you. This is what the chart looks like. Yeah, man, it's not nice. It's down 92%. I'm just telling you, they look all of it the same. Now, we did remember going back in time, man. Going back in time, we did not know that the 4-year cycle was going to repeat tick for tick exactly the same. You gotta remember, like it sounds so easy in hindsight now, going back in 2022, saying, oh, it's gonna repeat exactly the same, and every altcoin or whatever. Man, friends, I've even told you, man, like too many people knew about the cycle. I said, man, too many people knew about the cycle. Just the odds are the cycle doesn't happen the exact same. But guess what? It happened the exact same. It's still happening right now. That's crazy. Make memes great again. The 4-year cycle meme. It's a global liquidity index. The global liquidity money. Remember, in the GFC 2008, the world economy actually died. So all the world governments, Keynesian system, they had to print money to pay off the interest. But now we've hit the end of the debt fiat cycle because they've had to accelerate everything. And now obviously the US government's adding like trillions of dollars of deficit every single 90 days. And it's going to be 30 days and like every few days, trillions of dollars just keep getting up. Trillion every single time. It's just accelerating, okay? And can't pay off the debt. And with that, they have to print money. It ends up in the crypto liquidity buckets. We know this. You know, it's all the theory, but we're just like, okay, you don't know, man. What if this debt system, what if they have to start printing earlier? What if the market sniffs it out earlier? You don't know, man. It's not easy to just be like, oh, things are moving up. You don't know. You don't know. However, if you're playing a long-term trend, you do know. That's what it is. Playing a long-term trend, you play the whole cycle. So you don't try to predict, okay, when we're going to move up now for sure. You don't know, man. It's just, it played out exactly the same. It's kind of like it shocked me. However, because it shocked us in terms of like disappointment, like, oh man, see guys, I know what we want, man. The holy grail is like, you don't want to make a 30x, right? How you can make a 30x right now, which is like you go nowhere and then it makes like and then in like month 1, 3x, month 2, 3x, month 3, 3x. That's 3, 3, 3, 27 to 30x, okay? No one likes that. No one likes going down for 3.5 years and then go 3, 3, 3. No one likes that, okay? What we actually like is you get in like the stock market and then you're going up like 20% every 40 days or something, you know, 20% and then 20% and then 20%. You want that staircase. That's what you actually want. But we don't get that. Okay, markets don't move like that. You know, just showing you the chart again, right? Just a visualization, all right? What we actually want. We would love this, all right? In every single market, you would love this. Yay, we're going up forever. We love that. We don't do that though, friends. We do this. No, we're going to zero. Bang, bang, bang. That's what we do. And then we come back and mean revert down here. And then we go back underneath. See, that's realistically the comparison of how it just works in the stock market because they're more chaotic. Okay. And remember how I started off this video talking to you about that risk curve. As we move along the risk curve, so you have, you know, US dollar with zero risk, okay? Yeah, zero risk, but you just got inflation risk, right? Then if you move along the gold and the bonds and the stocks, then you move into crypto, yeah. Your risk of ruin, yes, the risk of ruin's high in terms of like losing it all. Why? It's because there's more variables and uncertainty toggles. With the US dollar, I know we say, oh, there's still risk with it. Yeah, but the risk is low, very low, because you know their rate of money printing inflation, okay? They're not going to go from money printing. They're not going to print 900% of the currency tomorrow and then contract 89% the day after. They're not going to do that, all right? The chances of that very, very low, zero. Not going to do that, okay? But when you go to crypto, there's way more variables that can happen. There's crypto, there's liquidity, and there's news, all the chaotic stuff, right? And there's picking the wrong coin. What if your coin doesn't recover? What if the community dies? It's not active, right? See, all these variables. However, do you remember I told you, right? There's two concepts of risk. One of the risks is the price deviation volatility. That's one concept of risk. But when you're an investor, this is from Warren Buffett, friends. Now your friend Sommi telling you, okay, make elbows sharp again. Ha! We're going to smash the back of the bears, friends. The other concept of risk you understand is the way you think about it is it's the stuff you don't know, okay? So you have your circle of competence. Things you know are in the circle. For example, you know about squeaky chairs and you know about eating bananas, okay? You got no idea how to build a rocket to the moon. So if someone presented to you a case, hey, I need you to build a rocket to the moon, the coin's got to do with it. You're like, I don't know about rockets on the moon, man. That is outside of my box. I don't know about that. I know about eating bananas and sitting on squeaky chairs. That's all you know about. Okay, that's how Warren Buffett was able to, he believes, well, but he obviously is genius IQ and stuff, everything. He was able to kill it over the years because he kept sticking to what he knew. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, here's the thing, right? In crypto, everyone starts off with zero knowledge. Everyone. There's all these variables out here. So it's up to us to do the research and to figure out, oh, can we shave off little pieces of risky? Everyone's blind. Can we light a match somewhere and get some light in the room? Okay, that's what it comes down to. So I'm going to give you another example, right? Like Hex at the start, friends. Hex was literally a 5 million market cap at the low. And that's what it looked like at the very, very bottom left. Right, 5 million market cap. Okay, change to a market cap chart. Okay, obviously everyone's got the log, the meme chart. Down here, okay, look at this. You're down 5 million market cap at the low. Removing origin address, okay? They fixed it and it started pumping up. But even up here, it was still a 500 million market cap number out here, ends up going up here to 50, 70 billion. You see that, friends? See, even people who went turbo long here, I think I bought here somewhere. See, it was still big. But you had all this risk. You're like, is Richard's experiment of this origin, is it going to play out? You don't know. You see, no one has the confidence to go in anywhere near as much as they have right now, okay? But everything's along the risk curve, okay? So Hex's biggest returns, though, it came when it was like 5 million market cap, 100 million market cap. Those were the biggest returns. So here's another thing, right? Everyone's in the food chain, right? Everyone's along the food chain. So Bitcoin maxis, they believe Ethereum is a grift. Why? It's because Ethereum on its ETH BTC chart still hasn't made a high after like 7 to 8 years. Okay, see, if you go to a regular chart, this is what Bitcoin maxis say. They go, hey, you have lost 65% of Bitcoin value in literally freaking 7, 8 years. That's the ETH BTC ratio. Just showed you right there. So they believe, see, top of the food chain in crypto land. Okay, because remember, if Bitcoin is not top of the food chain in the world, stock market guys are above them. But in crypto land, right, we're like Bitcoin is like, haha, we are the top of the food chain here. So yeah, they're the top of the chain. And then they poop on Ethereum. They go, Ethereum, you're a grift. Everybody lost their Bitcoin value in us, okay? But then let's go down the food chain. Now we're no longer in Bitcoin land. Now we're in Ethereum land. In Ethereum land, they believe Solana is a grift and Richard Hart is a grifter too. They believe Richard Hart, PulseChain, Hex, they're all grifts. Why? Because the Ethereum guys, okay, they are looking at this chart, for example, in PulseChain, and they're saying, oh, wow, you have lost 92% of your ETH, pretty much. So if you put in 100 ETH up here on Pulse worth value, you now only have 8. You've lost 92 if you sell it down here. If you sell it, that's what they basically say. So they take that snapshot in time and they go, oh, see, it doesn't work. Okay, that's it. Everyone's related to each other. All right, but now we can go a step further. Here's the thing, funny thing part. Now, the biggest gift of all, friends, okay? The biggest gift of all, remember, it's a gift, G-I-F-T, it's a box, a gift, is that PulseChain has an ecosystem where you and I have seen Bitcoin erupt like a mushroom, and then Ethereum overflows, and then we've seen Ethereum erupt, right? I wasn't here for Ethereum days, but we've seen it overflow, and now PulseChain's erupted. What comes next, friends? The overflow. Okay, the overflow, which is basically PulseChain, the money that PulseChain comes in, it comes out into buckets. Now, there are too many buckets, too many altcoins on PulseChain. Clear. There's too, like Solana has 100,000 pump.fun coins coming every week. You see, there's not enough money to fill up all the buckets the whole way. So if we can explore the best coins, we will have an advantage. And remember that concept of risk I was speaking to you about. If we spend 18 hours a day, we sit on squeaky chairs, okay, we wear fluffy slippers, we keep our posture very straight, we can just uncover all these unknown stuff. We're like, okay, who are the community members in PulseChain? Okay, one of them here has a fluffy microphone. You see? Who else are there? What other coins do they like? Right? A Tropa ecosystem. There's Tangang. There's the Hex, Solid Hex influencers, those coins, right? There's Hexy Bastard with 9 inch. You see, there's the Grays currency. You see all these little things popping up? These are the ones that rose to the top. The ones that like most prominent. There are always there's all these other ones underneath that are always trying to make a name for themselves. But you can see, friends, there's an advantage here. We're so small. There's not too many to choose from. There's not too many. You know, it's really tough in Solana land, isn't it? There's a lot. There's a lot, and they're all Jeets. They're all Jeets, friends. They've dumped Tuka. 92%. I can't believe that, man. Tuka was such a cute coin as well. Tuka, you know, the ticker is Tuka. They're making the videos, the animated videos of Tucker Carlson. They dumped Bowden minus 2%, minus 92%. All because the mainstream influencers in crypto, they gave them too much of the Jeet attention. And these people have no loyalty. They have no loyalty at all. They don't believe. They don't believe in Solana. And I was telling you they don't believe. That's why, like, yeah, of course, it's PvP, man. One guy wins, 9 guy loses. That's it. And so it's a different game, right? But we're early to PulseChain because the market cap's smaller. Its deep value is contrarian. Everyone's run out. And we have advantages, man. We do have advantages, okay? So as I get to show you, friends, look, see, we start up here, Bitcoin maxis, then you move to Ethereum maxis. But now, it's funny, there are PulseChain maxis, okay? The PulseChain maxis, they believe all the altcoins are a grift. They believe that, okay? But you see it's going down the food chain? Everyone's trying to shit on each other. It's funny, man. It's funny. It's funny. You have, like I said, you have Atropa. So you have PDI, Teddy Bear, Atropa, all the Atropa coins in the ecosystem there. Wonderful ecosystem. You have Tangang, all the coins there. HOA, DickWifButt, DWB. Right, you have those Na, Peach. You have a bit of an offshoot there. You've got Pika, which is meant to be kind of like we thought Tangang on Pika on PulseChain. There's Orange Man Good. So everything is like in this basically this city, okay, all in the city together. You also have the Grays coin as well. Like I said, you see all these things, the influencer coins, SolidX, and they have their different risk parameters. Okay, so you might have informational edge. Maybe you think, okay, one of the influencers out there might have $50 million of like ink yield farm that they might rotate in. That's your informational edge over other people. Now it doesn't have to work out, but I'm just telling you, right? It's all about the meme. By the way, friends, as well, right? I have a Pikachu hat. So that's another informational edge. You're like, wait a minute. Pika on PulseChain is a damn easy meme to play. It's damn easy to talk about. You know what I mean? Everyone recognizes Pikachu. Everyone knows who Pikachu is. So Pikachu's the mascot. It's Pika to Pico. Celebration of Pikachu and pineapples. You see? So that's your informational edge. So okay, my friend Sommi has a fluffy microphone, 30,000 followers, likes Pikachu. You see what I mean? Obviously, I love all of them, but I'm just helping you identify. Oh, wow. Okay, so that thing, it sits higher up the food chain in the rank of everything else, okay? Now, obviously, what would be the holy grail? If we had an army of people researching all of these with our mindset to be able to do this for every chain. The problem, though, is we don't have that. There's so many coins. Okay, there's so many coins. But we don't need that, to be honest. We don't need that. Because if Bitcoin and Ethereum go up enough, the world just reprices a lot of things themselves. It's just that you don't know which chain is going to be the winner. That's why everyone thinks it's Solana, but you have to see, friends. Maybe things change around, okay? So the funny part is, right, so remember PulseChain maxis? They're like, every altcoin on PulseChain is a grift. Stay to the Richard Hart coins, okay? Because they're charting against the PLS ratio. So when they're looking at DickWifButt, for example, they're like, you're down, you've lost 50% of your PLS ratio, but what they're implying, friends, they're implying then they're saying you should sell your altcoin and then come and buy the spear coin. Come and buy the core coin PLS. That's what they're basically saying. But like I've said to you, if you have that logic and Ethereum Maxi is telling you to sell your Richard Hart coins and get whatever little Ethereum you can get right now before it goes to zero. That's what they're saying. Obviously, we're taking the other side of that bet. Okay, but they're maxis, of course. And then in Ethereum land, the Bitcoin maxis are telling them, sell all your Ethereum right now and get what little Bitcoin you can grab because you're losing value over time. Everybody is shilling their bags, friends. Every single person is shilling their bags, okay? So I'm here to tell you, everyone's on a risk curve. So I don't look at someone like, oh, you're shitting your bags. I don't have that mindset. It's, I know, where are you on the risk curve? That's it, okay? So it's up to you to figure out where they are on the risk curve too. If people who are not normally, or if people are in poop coin land and you know how they operate, wait a minute, this is like the super risky part. If you're promising people thousands of X's returns and this coin is like, 100K market, like if you promise people, because a lot of these shitcoin shitters, I'll say, oh, this thing's going 1,000X, and they're dumping while they're saying this thing's going another 1,000X higher. Okay, you got to understand that risk curve. You're like, wait a minute, we're on the risky part of the curve. How do you even know this? Like, what informational edge do we have to get there? So you got to start asking those questions. Okay. Here's the thing though. After knowing all these, friends, we're gonna play some nice journey music as well, just to accompany us, right? It's magical. Magical. Now, you and I, we can only control almost like two variables: what you pick and how much you bet on it. That's what you can control. Okay, so you can't control the outcome. Crypto's special though. You kind of can. We can control the outcome. Okay, because communities get together and they do like a proof of work, which is like they work together to promote the altcoin community and recruit people in. right? It's bull market speculation vehicles. So they actually can control the outcome. That's why crypto is the best casino in the world. You can actually influence your odds of winning. That's why it's the greatest. And you can see odds change in real time. And you can see odds increase over time. Isn't that beautiful? Like, for example, you might be betting on me like, oh, well, your friend Sommi, he's got 30,000 maybe people-ish around YouTube, rough number, 30,000 going towards there. Maybe one day he'll have 100,000, right? Maybe it'll be 300,000. You see? So is he going to... But here's the thing. You don't know. Am I going to like different coins in the future? Am I? I don't even know the answer. Are we even going to survive long enough? You don't know. That's why that's why there's risk. That's why it's always risk. There's always people going in and out. But if you can basically put your bullet size, your lottery ticket size, enough such that it doesn't destroy you if it goes to zero, which you got to assume 30 to 50% of coins. Just assume 50% are going straight to zero and they never come back. It's more like 10%, but it's telling you, just so you know in your mind, okay, well, 50-50 go to zero. The other 50-50 who make it, blow the roof off, okay? You can control your bet size. That's most important, okay? That's why I introduced this concept of bet size to everyone. Even in PulseChain community, man, you guys got an edge. No one in Ethereum or Solana, no one out there in all these communities, they're not talking about lottery ticket sizes. They're talking about going all in on their coin, on that one coin. They're going all in, okay? I'm telling you, what's a lottery ticket size? Okay, 0.1% of your portfolio. 0.1. If you're really convicted, maybe put in a percent. Right, that's big, by the way. Percent. You got to do refresh. Don't just throw 1% here and there, left and right. Like, actually have some feeding for it. See? Also, if you're in a small cap coin, I don't know, make a fan page or start tagging them. I'll start liking them. See what I mean? Just increase the network effect of stuff. You see, that's what people have done. So you get an idea of how these things. That's why crypto events, it can change your life. It really can change your life. You can do things to change your life. Increase your network effect. Create value. Okay, and most importantly, as we travel along the bull market, people will take on more risk. That's the most important part. Okay, so they will. So obviously in a bear market, what rallies first? Bitcoin. Okay, what rallies next? Ethereum. Yes, what rallies next? Obviously now we're seeing like, Solana or other altcoins. Now that Ethereum, that whole like pathway, it's not set in stone. So basically it's just Bitcoin recovers first, then altcoins. That's it. Okay, so everything's in the same sector. Because now Ethereum didn't really recover as much first. It did a tiny bit, but then Solana smashes it out. Okay, maybe Ethereum goes next because the ETF, we don't know. But at least you get an idea of the risk curve of crypto, right? So now you just get to see it for what it is, right? If you do more research, if we do hard work and research, we're here 18 hours a day, we will have higher odds of success compared to just a random dice thrower. You get better odds of success, we have a higher reward potential. All right, and everyone's in the food chain. And that's what everyone's trying to do, friends, is what they're trying to do is they're trying to convince everybody above and below their food chain to basically congregate into their chain. That's what they're trying to do. So everybody in like stock market world is trying to get people to sell crypto to buy stocks, and they're trying to get people from bonds to take more risk and come on. That's what they're trying to do. You know that, right? Everybody is trying to get that. So everyone, wherever they are on the food chain, they're looking up and they're like, hey, you're a pussy. You should come down here. It's way more fun. That's what they're saying. And then they look down and they go, oh, you're a dirty little risk taker. You're going to lose all your money. Everywhere along that ladder, everybody's doing the exact same thing. Okay, even Ethereum. They're looking at Bitcoin guys like, oh, you guys got to take more risk. You don't do enough technology. And they're looking down at PulseChain like, oh, you're going to lose all your money. It's the same thing, right? Now they're in PulseChain maxes. What are they saying? They're saying to Ethereum people, you're only going to get like a 3x, man. You're not going to retire. Right? You're not gonna achieve all those dreams that you want with your 3x. What's a 3x gonna do for you here, bro? And then the PulseChain Max as well, looking down to the altcoins, like, well, you're gonna lose all your money, and all these different altcoins and altcoin communities themselves are like throwing at each other as well. So it's a wonderful service. Once I've shown you now this 3D view of all of these, okay, of what's going on. So that's why I'm not joking. Highest value content in crypto. Who else can we watch that can give you perspectives on stuff like this? Send them to me. Okay? It's crickets. There are no one else out there. I'm looking for them. Sometimes people have like these little like moments of like, eureka moments and stuff that are good. But yes, you get to see now this risk curve. Where are you on the risk curve? Okay, as you get further along the risk curve, right? There's more options to choose from and there's more chances of ruin. But right? We're now waiting. We're now waiting, fans. So what's actually right above Bitcoin and crypto? It's the Russell 2000. That's a shit coins of the US stock market. So the stock market has the big caps, the medium caps, the small caps. Big and medium, they've gone through the highs. The small caps is the Russell 2000, which we are now still waiting for. Mr. Russell. Mr. Russell 2000 is meant to lead us to victory. This is a small cap USA stocks. This is US shit. It's called, okay, it's US shit coins. So we need this to pump up another, whatever, 14% now, get to the high. Now that the small cap US stock is filled up, now we can fill up the Bitcoin and the crypto buckets finally again. So where are you in the future? I hope you're aware now, friends. I hope you're very aware where you are. See what it is, man. You gotta know, friends, you gotta have this like appreciation where you are in life, okay? Where you are. You understand, like, to go the furthest, you really gotta know what your limits are, okay? There are some limits, you know, you never ever want to like test, okay? You never want to test. But then there are some things you want to go for the moon, but you want to play to your strength, okay? We're in crypto land. What's our strength? This 4-year cycle, liquidity, DEXs, information asymmetry. We are playing to all these strengths. We are not doing stuff like, oh, let's do leverage trading. We're not doing stuff like that. We're not doing stuff such as, oh, let's try to time all these buying and selling stuff here and there. We're not doing things like that. And we're not doing stuff like, oh, let's just trust this guy because it's like a $10 billion fully diluted coin. Let's just go and buy to this stuff. No, I'm not taking that risk. That's too risky for me to buy stuff like that. I want to do more research so we can find more information on each, which is what we have right now. Like and subscribe, belly button all. Tell mom and dad you love and appreciate it. I'm going to catch you in the next one.